Yo, here's an entrepreneurial lesson. I'm doing a 35% water change in my fish tank right now every week. And a few years ago, my friend Bobby Walker, who built $1 million business and has like 500 or 600 positive 5-star reviews on Google, I was a little frustrated and I was on the phone with him. He said, you know what, Kelfis, you need to learn to fly off your gauges. So check this out. Inside of this Lowe's bucket, I have a new carbon filter, just pre-rinsing to get any dust out of it or any particulate. My hands are washed, and here the clean water buckets get rinsed out twice, so everything's clean. And then we got stress coat and dechlorinator. This is not about fish tanks, but something really important, and it's a thermostat. This thermostat right here, this is about entrepreneurship, trust me. Fly off your gauges. I didn't understand what this meant, because sometimes you can get really emotional in your business, but you see that? I want that water temperature to be about 78.5 degrees, 79 degrees, what these tetras like. That's what our tetras like. When I first started getting into the fish thing, we had a little fish that died, and my wife and I were crying, and we really loved this little fish. It was our first fish. And we didn't understand how to keep proper water parameters, and we were trying too hard, and it was actually simple. And that's what, when we got these fish, we were really scared. But I learned, just get to the point. I'm going to get to the point. Emotionally, you could feel like that water's too warm, it's too warm. Or emotionally, my wife and I got in a couple arguments over this. I'm like, I'm telling you. She's like, no, it feels like it's too cold. It's too cold. You're going to have to warm it up. And she's like challenging me, and I'm looking at the thermometer, and the thermometer says 78 degrees. So she was like, yes, but I feel like it's too cold. You're going to have to warm it. I feel was the key word, like it's too cold. And then I started believing her. I'm like, oh my God, it is too cold. It is too cold. And then my emotions were overriding what the thermometer was saying, and it did feel too cold. I was like, well, let me warm it up a little. So I'm adding warm water right into the holding buckets before we pour it in. If you put hot water in that tank, fish, not going to be no more fish. So what I did was I had to override my emotions and trust the thermometer. Right? The thermometer doesn't have feelings. Well, it does have feelings, and its feelings is to feel one specific thing, and that is the accurate temperature of what's going on in that tank. So you can feel like something is totally chaotic, but if you have the right systems in place, it's actually calm and you're moving forward. You can feel like something's totally calm, but if without the right systems, you could be stuck pedaling in place. So what type of systems and gauges and technology do you have at your disposal to allow you, something as simple as a thermometer, to accurately gauge the parameters or the environment of, there's 5, your market, your marketplace, your marketing, your people, your systems, your products, marketing, administration, production, sales. There's all these different things that you can pay attention to. And I get exhausted hearing myself talk about this crap. So a little breakthrough like that can help you relax and realize that everything I just said, don't let your emotions get the best of you. I got to finish this tank. Think about that. Let me know in the comments.